Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you read the title, has been purchased by Netflix. Now, this is the brand new one. This is the brand new one. It's been purchased by Netflix. This, ladies and gentlemen, I will go on record and I will say this. You know, it confirms what I thought about this film from the leaks that I had from people that had seen it. That the studio is not confident in it. It's not a good movie. They're selling it directly to Netflix to guarantee a payday. They do this. They do this. And this just confirms that the leaks I had and revealed to you all were true. Because those leaks were shockingly bad. Look, I could be wrong, obviously. Of course I could be wrong. But I don't think so. And I am going to confirm, I'm going to sort of relay some of that information to you as well today. Because boy oh boy, some of that stuff you need to know about. So this was I think this is an exclusive to The Hollywood Reporter, and they come out with this saying the next thundering roar of the Chainsaw movie audiences will hear will be from Netflix. Now, I want to cast your eyes back to the Cloverfield paradox. You know, inherently, when a movie gets sold to Netflix, there's always a little bit of a concern there. Always a little bit of a concern. Why? Why did they sell it? Why did the studio choose to sell to Netflix? And when it's a horror movie that they just sell directly to Netflix and they forego the theatrical run, yeah, I think that's concerning. I think that is concerning. Now, the streaming giant has picked up global rights to the latest installment of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Legendary Pictures. Now, I think that's interesting because Legendary normally have distribution through Warner Brothers. So, if they wanted to, they could have given this to Warner Brothers to distribute and make a healthy bit of profit from. You know, like a good amount of money, I think. Or at the very least had some potential to make some money from it, if it was going to be any good. You know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre in theatres again? Wow. I think people would have paid to see that if it was good. David Blue Garcia directed the horror movie, which shot last year in Bulgaria and is produced by filmmaker Fede Alvarez and Rodolfo Soyagos. I butchered that. Via their Bad Hombre banner. I'm Latinx, ladies and gents. As well as Kim Henkel, Ian Henkel, and Pat Cassidy of Exubra Films and Legendary Pictures. Legendary have just gone, let's offload this piece of crap. They didn't get very good feedback from the test screening. I know that. I know people that have watched it. They didn't get good feedback. The original Chainsaw, released in 1974 and directed by Tobe Hooper, is considered one of the most influential horror movies of all time. It introduced the character of Leatherface, a member of a family of cannibals who is a hulking figure with a deformed face hidden by the skin of his victims. The character has been a constant in the many sequels, prequels, and ancillary appearances in other media. Leatherface is always an interesting character. He is. Not in this sequel, though, ladies and gents. Good God. The new movie takes place years after the shocking events of the original, in a setting where Leatherface hasn't been seen or heard from since. And I'm going to go into some of the leaks in a minute. Per Netflix and Legendary, the film seems to pick up where the Hooper and Kim Henkel film initially left off, bringing the most notorious horror franchise back to life in the same bold and provocative manner that it was first introduced to the world. Chris Thomas Devlin wrote the script. The cast includes Elsie Fisher, Sarah Yarkin, Jacob Lattimore, and Mo Dunford. Netflix and Legendary previously teamed up to release Enola Holmes, the sleuthing adventure movie starring Millie Bobby Brown. The movie debuted in 2020 and proved to be a hit for the streamer, and they guaranteed a sequel to that. Now, so why is this film so bad? Oh dear. Why is this film so bad? So, the film is set in Texas. It's a horror film. And there is some anti-gun rhetoric, which doesn't make any sense. Because in a horror film, that is ultimately when you want a gun. Especially against someone with a chainsaw. But some spoilers for this as well. Like, I will go into some spoilers. There is... Oh, God. Again, the anti-gun rhetoric... Like, I'm in the UK. Like, I don't care. We don't care about guns here in the UK. We just don't care. But I'm aware that guys in the States really do care about their gun rights. I'm aware of that. And if you're going to promote anti-gun rhetoric in a film, don't do it in a horror film, when those characters that are promoting anti-gun rhetoric very clearly would be wishing that they had a gun when they've got a chainsaw coming down on their face. Like, let's be honest. That is dumb. That is stupid from a narrative perspective. It makes you look like an idiot. It makes you look really preachy, but for all the wrong reasons. Stupid. Stupido. So that's really dumb. There's Leatherface. There is some. There's all the sort of flags in this town that are not the American flag, so make from that what you will, that they sort of lambast and hate on in this film, which kind of goes into the anti-gun rhetoric, along with actual anti-gun rhetoric. There's a bunch of millennials that basically buy up a town, the town, where Leatherface lives with his mother. His mother has a heart attack, and then they go off to the hospital, and she dies en route, and that's where Leatherface then rips off her face and wears it and goes mental, and that's when it's revealed that it's Leatherface. Comes back. There is Facebook live streaming, there's Instagram live streaming, there's all this live streaming nonsense. People are on a bus live streaming murders. The murders are quite gruesome but not that great. It's very strange. Character from the original comes back only to get killed. Dumb. Sure, whatever. I think there was twins in this, if I remember rightly. I'm speaking about these leaks just off the top of my head, but they were just awful. I have them all written down somewhere from my source, but they were absolutely awful. It was just an awful sounding film, very, very bad, very much what you expect a modern day reboot to be. When they just inject weird millennial zoomer boomer politics into it, or I don't even know what these things are anymore. But basically, agenda this, agenda that, drivel this, drivel that, anti-gun this, anti-gun that. And I think what really stuck out to me as the most egregious nonsense in this film was the fact that they were promoting anti-gun rhetoric in a horror film. What are you doing? That's the one film where you're going to wish that you had a gun. If you were there. So there you go. I think I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that Legendary selling this film to Netflix confirms the leaks are true. I'm just going to say it. I absolutely firmly believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that, in fact. And I don't always say, yes, absolutely 100%. But this will be one of those times that I say, almost 99% sure, that this confirms those leaks. I've got no reason to distrust my source. They've been right about many, many things in the past. And if you're not new here, you'll know that. You've seen my leaked videos and stuff. I mean, Candyman came out recently. I was right about all of that, wasn't I? So, yeah, I've got no reason to doubt my source or distrust them. I think this being sold to Netflix proves that the feedback was atrocious and that the studio just doesn't know what to do with it. And they've just decided to sell up instead of doing any reshoots. I think that they've realised they've spent too much money on it. Just get it out. Get a payday. Don't risk it losing money in theatres. Which this could make money. It could make money. So let me know what you think though, down below in the comments. Again, if you're new here, you wouldn't know of any of the other leaks that I've done in the past. But please do have a peruse around the channel. You will find them to be true. All true. Anyway, thanks so much guys. Take care.